Hi, I'm Ward Blackwell. Welcome to Front Street 411. This video is being released on Father's Day, and what better way to celebrate dads than dad jokes. What did one hat say to the other hat? You stay back, I'm gonna go on ahead. So, last weekend, the Mom and PA Dental Mission, which is a program of the Pennsylvania Dental Foundation, was held in Wilkes-Barre. For 2 days at the Mohegan Arena, hundreds of people from all across NEPA were able to receive much needed care at no charge. And all that altruism from Pennsylvania dentists was witnessed by about half a dozen legislators, as well as other government officials, media types, and other dignitaries that chose to drop by. Heck, we even had a guy show up who tried to sell me a coffin. I said, that's the last thing I need. Following up on a previous report, a PR firm has now been engaged to bolster PDA's legislative goals. Hill Communication Strategies will help PDA call attention to the state's dental workforce issues that are heading towards a genuine access to care crisis. They will also link that developing crisis to PDA's priority issues in the legislature. This is very timely, as that list of issues appears to be growing steadily. Since the last 411, there have been new developments regarding an attempt to ban water fluoridation, requirements for internationally trained dentists to teach and work in dental school clinics, excluding dentistry from special oversight of certain practice transactions, the restoration of adult dental benefits in Medicaid, and most notably, the filing of a Senate version of PDA's bill to reform dental insurance credentialing processes. Now, obviously, that's a lot to stay on top of, but PDA is more than capable of handling it. That's more capable than I was back in school when I had to do math. I mean, I did fine with algebra and maybe a little geometry, but graphing? That's where I drew the line. The Board of Trustees had a brief virtual meeting this week during which they approved development of some software that should ensure members don't have issues accessing their benefits, appointments to several committees and task forces, and assisting with some expenses anticipated later this year for Dr. Jim Boyle's campaign to be ADA President-elect. Dr. Boyle is already hitting the campaign trail hard, with visits planned just this week in Florida with ADA delegates from 3 different states. Now, for any of you who haven't heard Jim speak or read about his campaign, I would strongly urge you to check out his campaign's brochure and video on the ADA website. His opponent's information can be seen there as well, and I think you'll clearly see the distinctions between the 2 candidates. Unlike this pair of identical twins I used to know, Amal and Juan. They looked so much alike, their mother only carried Juan's picture in her wallet. I mean, after all, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Finally, the PDA conducted its bi-monthly leadership webinar, Bridging the Info Gap, last week. There was lots of good information shared, including presentations from the ADA on the explosion of water fluoridation issues nationwide. These webinars are always recorded, and I would urge you to check out the recording. Another takeaway from the webinar that you'll really want to be keeping an eye out for information on the summer social events being planned by the PDA New Dentist Committee. This year, they'll do multiple events in different areas of the state. It seems like they're doing everything but going to the circus. Which reminds me, do you know what one cannibal said to the other cannibal while they were eating a clown? Does this taste funny? That's it for this edition of the 411. Till next time, happy Father's Day.